Hello, my sweet first graders. Thank you for joining me here for another Reader's Workshop lesson, all on understanding nonfiction topics. So friends, as you know, we have really been talking about some different strategies to make sure that we understand what the sections in our books are mostly about. We have spoken about that, every single book is about one text, meerkats, but it has multiple ideas within those texts, within these books. And then yesterday we dove a little bit deeper and we were able to not just find, the big idea. We were able to zoom in and clue in on those topic sentences. We found those few sentences that really gave away what that whole entire section is all about. So today, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and teach you another way to do that. Turn your brains on. Here it comes. Today, I want to teach you a new strategy to figure out what the different sections in your books are mostly about. And within that strategy, we are going to notice what repeats. Now, friends, to repeat is something that happens over and over and over and over again. Just like, every single day when we're at school, we start off with that morning meeting. That's a repeat every single day. So we are going to be noticing what particular words repeat in our nonfiction books. So here is that question I want you to be asking yourself. When you find a word or words that you keep seeing over and over and over, I want you to ask, does this word tell me what this book or section is mostly about? So that is the question I want you to be asking yourself as you are reading through your nonfiction books. Let's get this little dude up on our poster so that we can really anchor that learning into our brains. Okay. Lovely. Okay, kiddos. So we have already talked a lot about the first few chapters in Meerkats. We are already on chapter 4, the Meerkat menu. First page. Ooh, I covered up the heading. I want to give you a challenge today. We are going to use that strategy. Notice what repeats. We're going to find those few words in this section, and we're going to decide, do those words tell us what this section is mostly about? And you get to then come up with what you believe the heading might be of this particular part of our chapter. So I want you to just go ahead and take a peek at the illustration, actually at the photograph. You can go ahead and read that text feature as well if you'd like. And I believe that's the only page, because then it goes into a new heading in that chapter. So we're just going to stick with this one for today. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and in my plan, friends, you probably remember, I want to just go ahead and read the text first and then go for the text features. So that's what we'll do. Here we go. So friends, as you listen, I want you to notice if you hear any words that keep coming up over and over and over that are repeating themselves. Here we go. Meerkats are carnivores. They only eat meat. They can grab small, fast-moving food such as worms, beetles, and other insects. They are also able to catch and eat small mammals, lizards, and some snakes. Meerkats are one of the few animals in the world that kill and eat scorpions. Scorpions have deadly poison on their stingers, but adult meerkats are able to bite off the stingers and survive. It takes a lot of practice for meerkat kits to learn to kill scorpions. At first, adult meerkats catch and kill the tasty meal for the kits. They bite off the poisonous stingers before giving them to the little ones. Then the lessons get tougher. The adults bite the stingers off live scorpions, but the kits must kill the now harmless creatures by themselves. The adults will bring a scorpion back if it runs away from the kit. After a lot of practice, meerkat kits are able to hunt and kill scorpions by the time they are 4 months old. Let's go ahead and read the caption. Meerkats spend up to 4 or 5 hours a day searching for food. While digging in the sand for a meal, they sometimes dig themselves into a hole. Alrighty, friends, I'm going to show you this page up close, and as always, you may pause this video so that you can really zoom in on the text, because I want you to notice what repeats. I want you to find those few words that you're seeing over and over and over again. And based on those few words, I bet we'll be able to figure out what this section is mostly about, and therefore maybe have an idea for what the heading is. So I'm going to show you this page again. I want you to pause and find those words that repeat. Okay, friends, I want to know what you came up with. I went ahead, kiddos, and brought out our pad of sticky notes so that we can take some notes. So, friends, when I was reading, I heard a couple of different words, repeating itself over and over. And one word was kill. Did you write that one down? Is that a word that you noticed repeated itself? Awesome. Let me write down kill. Excuse me, friends, my table's a little bumpy. Let me try it over here. Okay, kill. I also saw eat over and over and over. Eat. You know what other word that it seemed to repeat itself was scorpion. I hope you found that one too. Let me make sure I'm spelling that word right. There it is. Another word that I saw over and over, my friends, was animals. I wonder if you noticed that word repeating itself as well. And the final word that I found over and over and over was food. Food. Okay, so here are the 5 words that I noticed that repeated itself on this particular section. I'm wondering if you wrote down or you thought of some similar words, or maybe you have others. Great, awesome. So we need to ask ourselves this question. Do the words tell me what this section is mostly about? Let's ask ourselves. Is this section mostly about killing? I think so. Let's give that a check. Yes. Check. Is this section mostly about eating? Oh yeah, it's all about what meerkats eat. Check. Is this section mostly about scorpions? I don't really think so, my friends, because taking a peek back, and I will show it with you, although it talks about scorpions quite a bit here and here, at the top, the text tells me all about other small, fast-moving animals that meerkats eat. So I don't think the whole section is about scorpions, even though that word was repeated over and over. So I'm actually, kiddos, going to cross off scorpion. Next, we have animals. Is this section mostly about animals? It's about the types of animals that meerkats eat, right? Let's put a check. And finally, food. Yes, that word popped up over and over and over. Let's ask ourselves, does this word tell me what the section is mostly about? Heck yeah. Check. Okay, so we have kill, eat, animals, and food. So what do we believe the heading might be of this section? I want you to turn and talk to someone in your home or think to yourselves. You can even write down a couple of ideas you might have. What could the heading be of this section? I'll go ahead and show you the page again. You ready for it to be revealed? So before we do that, I'm thinking, it might have a couple of these words inside. So maybe what meerkats can kill, right? Or how meerkats eat. Maybe animals that meerkats devour. Ooh, that'd be cool. Maybe meerkat food, something like that. Let's reveal the heading. I just saw it. Fast food. Da, 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 da. Way to go, my friends. I bet your idea was something similar to this. Food was one of the words that we saw repeated itself over and over. Now, fast was not a word that we saw over and over. It did mention it at the front, but I believe this section is called fast food, kind of as a play on words about how we eat fast food sometimes, like McDonald's and Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A. But in this case, the text is referring to the particular quick or fast types of food that meerkats eat. Nicely done, boys and girls. That was such a fun strategy. Okay, kiddos, so today and every day, when you pick up your nonfiction book, I need you to do everything you can to understand your nonfiction topic. And the strategy that we really were zooming in on or cluing in on today was to notice what repeats. Pick out those words within the sections that you see or you read over and over and over. You might want to even try our fun little activity by covering up the heading and doing that little guess based on those words that repeat. I hope you enjoyed this strategy, boys and girls. I can't wait to hear about all the incredible learning you can do with it. Thank you so much. I enjoyed this lesson. I will see you next time. Goodbye, firsties.